everyone, it's Aruna. Welcome everyone. I am Aruna Maharaj. I am the Managing Director of Madam Maharaj School of Cosmetology, and I am live on Facebook, and I'm going to do a fun sunset inspired look for you guys today. So I just have some primer. This is Ambrosia. Actually, I didn't put the primer. Who am I kidding? I just thought to myself I wanted to move a little faster than usual today. So welcome everyone. It will take some time for the views to come in. So I'm just putting on the Ambrosia face base, mineralized face primer, preservative free, fragrance free, paraben free, dye free. And I am live both on Instagram and Facebook, and Instagram will cut me off in about an hour, but I will try to go back. Hi Shazina, hi Savi, hi Marilyn, hi Zoe, hi Rekha, Ashanda. Oh, I feel like I'm seeing the same names over and over. So I just want to thank you guys for being so loyal and continuous with your views and your comments, and so supportive. I really appreciate it. This is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid in NC45, and I always say to everyone, hi from California, US. Thank you so much for tuning in. Any international viewers, please tell me where you guys are from. I would love to know. And I appreciate your support from all over the world. Thank you so much. So like I said, guys, welcome everyone who's now tuning in. This is the MAC Studio Fix NC45. And oh, Rose, you're 53. Listen, you're never too old for makeup, okay? And we're stippling or pushing the product into the face, no rubbing. The reason why we're not rubbing is because we want to get as much coverage as possible. And if you swipe the makeup and the foundation, it's going to not give you that amount of coverage that you want. Personally, apart from my dark circles, I don't have a lot of discolorations on the forehead and stuff like that. So you could get away with some swiping. What I like to tell everyone to do is to, after you get the majority of the product in at this point, you want to now pull the product. So this is where I will allow you, if you come to my classes, I'll tell you this is the only place that I want to see you rubbing or swiping the product. And also the same thing on the hairline. So you're never going in this motion, but you want to go more in an upward motion into the hairline. So that way, hi Melissa, thank you. First time you're seeing the live actually happening. Yes, you caught me. Well, I try to do Sunday evening around this time, just in time to get all glammed up for Game of Thrones, you know. No, I don't use MAC brushes. Okay, so let me tell you something about brushes, guys. And I'm gonna burst a lot of bubbles. I'm probably gonna get a lot of haterade for saying this, but I've worked in not only the service side of makeup, not only the education side of makeup, but I've worked in the behind the scenes with regard to product and manufacturing side of makeup. And I can guarantee you, and I can get if any CEOs of any huge cosmetic products are watching me right now, they're probably going to be really pissed at me for saying this, but I can guarantee you that every single brush, almost every single brush, most brushes, let me just be correct in what I'm saying, comes from China. Okay? Sorry. So when you say MAC brushes, Morphe brushes, ELF brushes, Real Techniques brushes, all these brushes, I've seen really good Morphe brushes, and I've seen really substandard Morphe brushes. I've seen Morphe brushes with Morphe written on it, and I've seen that exact same set, the exact same case with another brand written on it. All right, so I just want you guys to know that these manufacturers in China, they give you, there's something called an MOQ, which is a minimum order quantity, which is a lot. So you have to buy a minimum of 20,000 brush sets to get your label printed on it. So only big companies with a lot of money will be able to buy that MOQ and get that amount of product. So next is the NYX Orange Apricot Color Corrector that I'm just going to use to neutralize, cancel, or correct, right? Those three words can be used interchangeably. Neutralize, cancel, or correct the dark circles. So when you're using that terminology, that's one of the things that I teach in my classes as well. The right terminology, the correct jargon, specific to the makeup industry, specific to the beauty industry, right? Yes, I can show you the packaging, Anita. I'll show you my new one, because God knows the old one is it's embarrassing how bad it looks. Oh my God, I can't show you the new one because I don't have it at reach, but this is what it looks like, right? This is it on Instagram. Okay, it looks a little old, but the name of it is NYX Conceal Correct Contour. Okay, this is what it looks like, and it's the deep palette, right? Hi Sita, hi Shalene, hi Jackie. Okay, great. Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to share. I'm going to actually give away a free makeup palette. I found a similar the same manufacturer as Morphe for a fraction of the cost. So I use those and I sell those in the school as well. So I'm going to give away a free makeup palette to all those who share. I'm just going to randomly at the end of the live, in fact at the end of 5 days, because the live keeps going on and we keep getting views throughout, I'm going to give away a free makeup palette to someone, and I will announce it on all the social media platforms in exactly 5 days. So this is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Tan Sand. So don't forget to share, like, and comment away, because I'm being honest and I'm telling you why I'm asking you to do that is because traffic brings traffic on social media. So by clicking like, by even viewing, I mean, you are supporting me, and I really appreciate that. I really, really do. And thank you so much for everyone, every single one of you guys who are tuning in right now. And don't forget, if you so I'm using the same foundation brush. Why I like to use my foundation brush or my foundation sponge to blend the concealer is because I like that it has the foundation shade, the residual product is still in there, and I just feel like it helps to blend the product better together. So one of the things that you need to do is constantly be aware and never underestimate the amount of product on your brushes. And I'll explain what I mean when I get into eyes and when I get into the rest of everything. Hi Sarah! Yes, Sunday Night Ritual. And this brush is a little big for my nose, so I will and yes, I am taking residual product and I am putting it on top of my eyes and blending everything together. And it's all just being patted, pat, pat, pat. So you realize that everything that I put on my face so far, the foundation I pat in, the color corrector that I rubbed, and I'll just go in a little closer here every now and then. Just keep reminding me. But I have to be on both. I'm on both Instagram and the video is blurred, really? Okay, apparently the video is blurred on Facebook. Could the rest of you let me know if it's blurred? If that's the case, I will disconnect and reconnect. But I think I'm fine on Instagram right now. All right, so I just want to look in a mirror just to make sure that everything is okay. should be all right there. So to get a little more detail in my blending, I'm just going to use a regular foundation brush. And this is where I will allow my students to rub at this point. We're just gonna rub, 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 rub. This is the demarcation areas that we're rubbing. So we're never really rubbing like here, because this is where we want the majority of the coverage, right? As you guys know, I have a prominent chin and a very prominent hump on my nose. So I don't like to highlight a lot there. And that's one of the other things that we teach in the advanced makeup course as well, is the corrective highlight and contouring techniques for the different skin, face shapes and stuff like that. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with some cream contouring. And with me, I'm not really into the tribal standard mapping that everyone does. I think that everybody's face and features are different. So I like to feel the contouring while I'm doing it. So I'm not an apply and then blend kind of girl. I'm a, what is it? I am a apply and blend at the same time kind of girl, okay? Oh, Shaliza, that means so much. Sarah, no, I have not tried the ColourPop concealer. If you have and you have any reviews, just let me know. Hi, Instagram! Don't forget to share and like, guys. All right, so we are contouring the cheekbone. And what we're doing is we are going right under the bone itself. So if you like feel your face, you would feel this bone. And a lot of people tell you to contour like this, right? But I don't understand how you can contour like that. Hi, Crystal! How are you? Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to share, right? But when you do this, this is actually creating a suction between the upper and lower teeth, right? See that? And this sink is not where you're supposed to contour. My cheekbone is all the way up here. So I'm actually supposed to contour like right underneath. So remember, guys, you want to actually do it a little higher than when you do that. So I really honestly don't think that you guys should do that to do contouring, because it doesn't. Hi Lynette, thank you, welcome Barbados. Lynette from Barbados. Ooh. Oh, thank you everyone for your kind words. Hi, hi, hi. All right, so now with nothing on the brush, right? So we have the placement, right? Now with nothing on the brush. So always remember that you want to put the majority of product, when you have product on the brush, that's where the majority, that first touch on the face is where the majority of the product is going to go, right? So now that you have all that off, now you can actually blend like with short strokes upward, and then just sort of marry the product into the hairline so that it looks a little more natural. And then you can bring it down towards the mouth as well. I don't like the idea of bringing it very all the way to the mouth, like to the upper and lower lips meet, like here. I think it tends to, you're bordering on drag queen if you do that. For stage makeup, maybe even for like TV and stuff, like for pageants and stuff, I can see people getting away with it. But I think for everyday, or even if you're going out at night, you're attending a wedding or something, I think that's a little too much, but that's just my opinion. The beauty about makeup is that it's, you know, it's subjective. So we all have our opinions, and what one person thinks is nice, you know, someone else may not think is nice. So welcome everyone, thanks for tuning in. Hi Crystalie, hi Cindy, hi Ivana, hi Vani. All right, so now let's do a little bit of forehead. So the thing about my forehead is that it's not too big and it's not too small, thankfully. Hi Shoba. Right, the contour that I'm using, that's an excellent question, Adana. I totally forgot to say the product that I'm using. I don't know if you guys realize. Hi Danielle. Hi Shanice, opinion on dry sky powder or cream. Is that a typographical error? Dry sky powder. Let me know if it's a typographical error, okay? Hi Naples, Florida. Welcome. Hi Navita. Hi Sasha. So what I was telling you guys, right? So this is actually just a deep foundation. It's Perfect Copper from Sasha Cosmetics. You can use anything to contour, honestly. I feel like my focus when I teach is a lot about technique and not as much on product. Someone asked me that the other day, and I'm like, dude, I can use drugstore makeup and make you look pretty glam, you know. The reason for that is because I believe in technique. I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but technique is like the key in makeup. Hi Nalini, thank you so much. Now I'm going to do the nose. As you guys know, so I'm barely dipping in the contour, okay? So my advice to anyone who's now starting off, if you're a makeup novice and you just want to learn a little, like you're now starting with contour and highlights and stuff, then I want to suggest that you use powder to contour, because the difference between powder contour and cream contour is that the cream contour, the palette that I'm giving away, guys, is if you share on Facebook. It's only for Facebook because you can't share on Instagram. But welcome West Palm Beach, Florida. Hi Nidra, hi Celeste. I'll do drugstore makeup one day, I promise. So the way that I'm giving away the palette is if you just share. Once you share on Facebook, I will randomly select a winner in 5 days. And you can win a palette, and it's open internationally, guys. The competition for sharing is open internationally. So I don't know if you guys realize, but I'm like slowly just building the product, right? And I'm just adding as I go along, because my nose is the most difficult nose that I've ever contoured in my entire life. So I'm gonna close the loop now, just because if you feel like your nose is long, then you want to close the loop. Some people even do like a break in the nose contouring on the top there. I'm just gonna double check because my nose is like so difficult. I'm just gonna check and see how it looks here. Yeah, it looks okay on the mirror as well. And jawline contouring, I don't do a lot. I actually start my jawline contouring on the chin because I have a prominent chin. So remember guys, contouring will recede or retract a feature, whereas highlighting will push forward or exaggerate a feature, or as the name suggests, highlight, right? So for me, because I have a prominent chin, I like to take away this little peak here. So remember what I said earlier with regard to the first place that you put your, wherever the brush touches the face first is where the majority of the product is going to come out. So I don't want the majority of the product on my jawline. So I'm going to start here on the chin itself. And you see that already, that it starts to take away the chin and push back the chin. Hey Lynette. Hey Leah. Hey Devika. Yes, tart shape tape, yes. So, hola. Ooh, we got lots of Spanish viewers. Oh, ¿puedo hablar español? Un poquito, pero no puedo explicar bien, bueno. Okay, A for effort. A for effort. There's a lot of things you guys don't know about me, you know. I actually studied Spanish in la universidad. So maybe I could do like a Spanish tutorial with makeup. You know. So get this chin. I just want to like break off half of my chin. You see that? So I'm bringing the contour up. So it actually now helps with my receding of the chin, not as much on the jawline. Now if you want more emphasis to remove the jawline, in fact there's a technique that I call the double chin be gone, right? And the double chin be gone is essentially a jawline contour, but just a little more extreme and just brought up a little more on the cheeks. So one of the things that I teach in my advanced makeup classes is the corrective highlight and contouring techniques for the various face shapes, including round faces, more prominent jawlines, and things like that. All right. Now I'm going to set. I'm going to use some of the Sasha Buttercup setting powder, which is translucent with a hint of yellow. Right. This is it here. Sasha. Oh, Leah says I have a nice chin. Thank you. That means so much. So now I'm just going to make sure I have no creases on my eyes, and I'm going to set. And yes, guys, you want to use a lot of powder, right? So I feel like a lot of people say a good contour palette for beginners. The Anastasia is good. They have a light to medium and they have a medium to deep. That's a powder. If you're a beginner, I want to suggest that you use powder contouring, guys. If you're an expert and you're accustomed, then go right in with your cream. I was actually telling you guys the difference between cream contouring and powder contouring, right? Cream contouring will, 1, last longer, 2, give you a lot more definition, but the bad thing about it is that it's 3, more time consuming, right? So if you don't have a lot of time, then you need to go into your powder contouring. And the good things about the powder contouring is that 1, it's faster, 2, it's easier to blend, but the bad thing about it is that 3, it doesn't last as long, and 4, it's softer or more natural, which is actually a good thing. I think a soft contour is a good thing. I think in nowadays, like, makeup has just changed so drastically over the years that, like, we find it hard to keep that balance between natural, you know? And I feel like, oh, thanks, Devika, that means so much. Hi, Rishma from Shakti's baby shower. yeah, it's me. Shakti is one of my really good friends, right? And powder doesn't last as long. Thank you, Shanice. Yes. All right. So I don't know if you guys realize, but I didn't put the powder over the contoured areas. So now I'm going in with a much deeper powder, which in this case, I'll use the Perfect Honey from Sasha. And I'm just going to go into the hairline. And did you guys realize that I pat my Buttercup powder to set? I did not rub, okay? Remember that. And I just want to make this clear. A lot of people say that, like, oh, I think you gave away too much information on your lives, and you're not going to get people coming to your classes. And I'm like, are you insane? Like, at the end of the day, watching me do makeup or watching anyone else do makeup will never, like, yeah, you'll pick up some tips and tricks here and there, but if you really want to hone your skills and be a total professional in makeup and really get, like, to that professional level, there's no way that you can learn by just looking at videos. You have to do it, and you have to practice, and you have to, like, do formal training, and, you know, I believe a lot in certification and stuff like that. All right, so I'm using the darker powder on the edges of the face. We're actually doing like a number 3, right? Like this and like this. And then I'm going to use the Artiste brush this size. This is the only one that I use for the nose, right? So yeah, guys, and this is the same powder. So I'm actually going to intensify my contouring on the nose by using the powder. And believe it or not, I tell people watching videos on YouTube with both hair and makeup and expecting to learn and really improve your skills, I'm also intensifying the powder the cream contouring that I did with powder on top of it, right? It's like looking at exercise going on TV and expecting to lose weight. It's impossible. You have to, this is a hands-on field. And you can get your education, you can get little tips and tricks here and there online, but no, not possible. And I've lived it, I've seen it, and I know. Go girl, you're amazing. Thanks, Chelsea. Carlos says, gracias, thanks for trying. I can speak a little bit of French too, but I'm not seeing as much French viewers, although there was somebody from Paris locked in last week, but hey. So I want to move a little faster today, guys. So I'm actually going to clean this brush, first of all. I'm actually going to use some powder for my brows today, and I know that you guys are accustomed seeing me doing the gel, which takes a lot more practice, but I also want to show you guys doing powder for the brows. So this is a really old powder that I had, brow powder that I had for like years now, and it's still lasting me really long. It's called Root Bear from a brand called Truco. It's a gray sort of brown, like a brown gray, like a cool brown, right? And it just works. Like, I find a lot of brown powders nowadays are very red, so it doesn't really do, it just looks too fake sometimes. So if you could get a nice cool ashy brown, that's the perfect brown for medium to deep skin and dark hair, right? So hi Angelique, look, you're French. Okay, how do you say welcome? Bienvenue, is that it? Or is that hi? I think that's welcome. Yeah. Nicola's asking if brow powders last as long as cream. No way. Just like cream contouring lasts longer than powder contouring, similarly cream or gel or wax brow products last longer than brow powder. In fact, anything in makeup, the creams tend to last longer than the powders. Just take that as a rule of thumb. All right, so I'm going to start at the base of the brow. Everybody could see. Yes, remember guys, I am on Facebook and Instagram at the same time. And I'm just going to do a straight line on the entire base of the brow. Remember guys, I'm using brow powder today, so I'm not going to be as detailed with my brows. So for first time viewers, you're free to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Madam Maharaj. Also my Instagram is Madam Maharaj, and the business Instagram is Madam Maharaj Cosmetology, because we are first and foremost a cosmetology school. And yeah, so anyway, so you can log in there and you can see like more details on the brows on previous tutorials that I did, but all of my Facebook lives will be uploaded there, and you'll see how I do brows with brow gel in more detail. All right, but today I just really need to move a little faster because I have like a really fun look in store for you guys today. And hi Shalini, all the way from Canada. Oh no, it's Sony. Hi Sony. I'm off camera, but oh, sorry guys. Okay, same thing on this side, straight line. All the way on the base of the brow. Extend the brow a little bit if you want, but just so you know guys, where your brows are supposed to end is actually corner of the nose, corner of the eye. When you line that up, corner of the nose, corner of the eyes, and then where the brush ends up is where it's supposed to end. So I could actually extend this one just a smidge more. Corner of the nose, corner of the eye. Yeah, I could extend both a little more. Yay, because I love long brows and I actually have really short brows. Because you know, when you were a kid and you was experimenting with waxing and shaving and all those things, I probably waxed out my brows and it never grew back. You guys know what I'm talking about. So now that we're done here, we're just gonna add extra product to the top and arch the brow, so you really get the shape of the brow at the top. So whether you want an angled brow or whether you want a round brow, that's where the money is on the brows. That's the most important part of the brow, the arch. And it's not the arch on the base, but it's actually the arch on the top that really shapes the brow. And then with nothing on the brush, just whatever residual product remains, then we finish up the start of the brow, and we do that in an upward motion, mimicking the direction of the hair growth, which is up. And that's it for the brows. Like I said, when I do brow gel, I usually take a little longer and explain a little more, but you know. So now I'm just gonna get ready to start the eyes. So I'm gonna use a very light concealer to blend out to the point where it gets like powdery, so it's at a consistency of an eye primer. If you are a makeup novice and you want to use eye primer, I would suggest that you use primer and not concealer. I'm just able to blend well enough. So Trisha's asked me to touch on color correcting. I did talk about it a little earlier when I color corrected my dark circles. I go into a lot of details on color correcting in my classes. Online classes I'm trying to set up soon. I believe in 2018 I'll be doing online classes where any of my previous students can tell you that I teach from my soul. I don't just teach from my heart or my brain. I literally teach from my soul, in the sense that I give like is nobody's business. So when I start my online classes, if you're far away, if you can't come to the school in San Fernando or Port of Spain, the Woodbrook branch is opening in October. You know, I'll be sure to publicize the online classes. Someone is asking how long is my beginner classes. I don't do one-day classes for makeup. I don't believe that people can learn makeup in a day. I do one-day classes like for people who have a little knowledge already, but it's actually 3 sessions for my basic classes. Yeah, 3 sessions. It's usually like 3 to 4 hours per session, so you're looking at around 12 contact hours. So guys, I don't know if you noticed, but I didn't go all the way into the start of the brow because I have a lot of nose contouring coming up to there. So taking this light and putting it over an area that was already contoured and dark, and we want that depth in that corner, is counterproductive. So just be wary of where you're putting, because putting that there is just going to be too false and too defined, and just it's not going to look very natural. And remember, makeup was invented to enhance beauty, but not to change it. All right, so while I do use colors and we do like fake lashes and all those things, you still want to try to be as natural as possible with your makeup to get that naturally enhanced sort of look. All right, so we're going to do the same thing on the other side. You really want to use the right brush for this, guys. I can show you the brush. It's really thin and really flat. So when it's saturated with product, it's just like, it just gives you this clean, and the product is actually on the tip of the brush. So you would notice that I have no product. Come on, focus. Yeah, you see that, guys? So the whole base of the brush has no product. The whole base of the brush has like no product. It's just on the tip of the brush, right? In case you guys like, what if you white pale skin with blotches on skin? What Sammy's asking something about pale white and blotches on the skin. What color are the blotches? Primer for the eyes. This is actually a concealer. But I was saying that if you're a makeup novice, then you should stick with an eye primer, because the concealers are very sticky, and I can blend it out. But if you're not really good with your blending and getting it to that powdery consistency, then just use any. There's so many brands of eye primers that work really well. MAC, ELF, God, there's so many. Alright, so now that I use a small brush to do that blending, I'm going to, somebody's asking the concealer that I'm using to do it. For my skin tone, the same NYX Conceal, Correct and Contour, right? There's a yellow in it. There's a yellow color, that's this one here. So the orange was the one that I used to correct, and this is the yellow in the corner here. I'm actually using this one. I just feel really bad to show this because it looks so like used. But I have a new one. And I said that if somebody asked to see it, I would show them the new one. But then the new one is all the way over there and I'll have to get up and, you know, we don't want that. We want to finish this live as soon as possible, guys. So I'm using a bigger brush just to blend, being sure that I don't touch the brows or that I don't get product on the brows, because we want to keep it neat. Remember, guys, I am a stickler for neat work. All right, because even with regard to eyes, I mean, I do eyes after my face, and that is crazy for a lot of makeup artists. They're like, what? How could you do that? And I'm like, I don't know. I just got used to it. I was trained that way, and most makeup schools throughout the world, and I mean, I run a makeup school, so I have to kind of stick with, you know. So I'm just putting a little bit of powder down at the bottom of the eye. Not gonna kill me, you know. It's like I'm baking, even though I'm not a big baker. So I'm gonna use, because it's sunset inspired, this is Juvia's Place. It's a very colorful and beautiful palette, right? I'm just gonna use the yellow and the orange and the brown from it today because I'm doing more of the sunset tone. But I did try these colors. They're all, mostly matte colors tend to give a lot of trouble with blending. But this color on the corner here is quite beautiful. It's like a rose gold. I'll just try to go up a little closer so you can see. Instagram is pretty exposed. Facebook is okay. So to start, I'm gonna use the rose gold tone in the tear duct, and I'm just gonna start with a flat, this brush here. It's a flat shader brush. It's actually gonna stick that into the tear duct. Yeah, the buttercup powder works really nicely for medium to dark skin tones. And they recently, and I'm doing the same thing on the other side, they recently, okay, I'm gonna just zoom in a little bit on Facebook. I'll be back Instagram. Hi Crystal. Okay, Instagram, so you're seeing what's happening here. This is just the tear duct, just the tear duct. A lot of people, okay, so now I'm going on this eye on, so that was Facebook, now it's Instagram here. Okay, so at least you guys get a little close up. I'm gonna turn this brush around and I'm gonna start with the yellow. I'm not a big fan of color blocking, so I'm not gonna try to just put the yellow mostly on the lid and use the, and just do more of a patting motion. I'll use the orange as my transition, but I feel like matte colors tend to, so you want to pat, right guys? Matte colors tend to give like a chalky look for some reason, and I don't know if you realize, but if I was using a shimmer color, like that would be all that I would have to put. But to really get the intensity on a matte color, you really need to like apply and apply and apply to get the pigment to really show. If you're using like other colors like the blues and the pinks and all those colors, I would definitely recommend using a white eye primer, because you have to think about it. Remember, our skin is not white. So if you try to take a brown wall, if you have a brown wall in front of you and you take pink paint and you put it on a brown wall, the pink is gonna hardly show. But if you take the pink paint and you put it on a white wall, then the pink paint is going to show up. So it's kind of the same thing with our skin. My skin is brown, it's not white, so it's impossible for for the pigment to show up that way. However, I did use a slightly lighter eye primer, and I like a more natural look, so I tend to like to just be a little more natural and a little more soft. So feel free to try this look with on a white eye primer to get a little more intensity. And in terms of the tear duct color meeting the other color, well, we're not taking any blending brushes and we're not blending, because if you do that, you'll lose your pigment. So what I'm doing is just taking the residual product on my brush and just bringing it over the line so that helps it to blend. So you're actually blending without blending, right? Beauty by Sunita, you're my inspiration. Oh, thank you, darling. Hi, Crystal. Oh, Supreme Elegance is locked on my live. She's my nail tech, guys. So you could check her out on Instagram. It's supreme_elegance_. Make sure and put that last underscore, because it's some weird other page. So now I'm going to pick up some of the orange and I'm just going to put that on the outer edge of the eye. Luckily, this color is pretty pigmented compared to the yellow, so I won't have to dip as much. Hi Sanjay, hi Vindra, hi Renren, hi Dominique. Somebody messaged about the Jaclyn Hill palette and saying that it's super pigmented. Yes, it is. I have it right here, Jaclyn. Because I always say keep that handy. Whenever you go live, that's always a good go-to palette if you're not getting the look that you want. Now guys, a lot of people can't do these things without going with their transition color first. But I feel like I wanted the colors to stick directly onto the eye primer. So I really didn't want to put that transition color first. If I had put that transition color first, then more than likely, hi Vindra, welcome from Canada. Ooh. Right. So yeah. So now with nothing on the brush, I'm just going to bring it in slightly into the crease, just so that it blends and it's a little more natural, like that, right? And now I'm going to go in with the brown. So just make sure that you be wary of fallout. Don't be scared, okay? And just look up to the ceiling and then start on the outer, on the lower lash line. And you're working up almost as if you're doing a wing eyeliner. Do you guys see that? Right? Anne is asking if it creases while if you don't use a transition color. No, it won't crease because you're setting. Remember, this is powder that you're using. So this is not a blending brush, guys. This is actually an angled contour brush. Right? So don't think for a second that you can blend with this. This is just color placement. So just be really careful with where you're placing. And I don't want to cover my orange. So I'm just want to really focus this on the outer V, just to get some depth to the eye. Don't forget, please guys, don't forget to share. I am giving away an eyeshadow palette, same manufacturers as Morphe. Randomly, in 5 business days, I'm going to select a winner. So don't forget to like and share the video. You may be able to win an eyeshadow palette. Alright, so that's just a placement. I'm not blending yet. I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. So we're starting on the lower lash line and we're flicking out as if we're going towards the brow. Guys, on Instagram you can't really join because you can't share an Instagram live. But on Facebook you can, so the competition is only open to Facebook shares. I'll probably do a giveaway soon for Instagram, okay? I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to everyone who's tuning in right now. It really means a lot. If you find some of the things that I'm teaching is repetitive and you've seen it in another live before, well, I apologize, but just remember that every time they're going to be new viewers. So if you want to tune in on the Facebook Live, it's actually, you search Madame Maharaj School of Cosmetology, or you can type in www.facebook.com/Madame Maharaj, and then you'll find it there going on. Alright, so that's the brown and that's just the placement. I'm going to use a blending brush now and get some of that same orange and use that to really cut the brown. Just going to put a little more brown on the top of the crease there. Can you guys see? Just very lightly. Guys, always remember that less is more. Alright? Remember that at this point I have no transition color. So this brown is actually sticking directly to the concealer that I put as my eye primer. So we need to be really careful because it's going to be really difficult to blend. We don't want to risk anything getting blotchy or anything like that. So just remember to put less and blend it out as fast as you put it. Because if you put too much product, you risk it getting kind of blotchy. So we're just starting to stretch the product upward. And now I'm just going to go in with a tinge of that orange and just get it a little higher up. So we're getting that blend. Tinge of orange. Anybody realize that I wore like leopard print to go with the look? Did anybody realize that? If you did, comment that you did. If you didn't, comment that you didn't. My friend Nicholas says he's seen all my tutorials and he thinks he's ready to do my makeup for me. Thanks, Nikki. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. And now we can actually use a real transition color. So we just did like a lot of brown and orange. Now we're going to use a real transition color, which I'll use my Tartist Pro palette, and I'll just use something very soft like this. That's this color here, very, very soft. And that's just going to help me to blend the whole look together as I get closer up to the top. How does it feel? Know that I love you. Saw the leopard, but now seeing how it all ties in. The lips are actually not going to be nude. I'm going to be doing red glitter lips for you guys tonight. That's an excellent suggestion though. Obviously you can switch up the lips, but I mean, we need to have a little fun, you know. I'm just dusting off my excess powder. This palette is Tarte Cosmetics. It's the Tartist, like artist, except Tartist. And it's a nice palette because it has a lot of matte colors, and then it has like 4 shimmers, and they're really like, it's a go-to palette. It's really convenient. And then for the orange, the tear duct color, for those that are now joining, I'm sorry if I'm repetitive for those who've been here before and saw it already, but for the tear duct I use this color. This is the Juvia's Place, one of the palettes. The rose gold in the tear duct, and then I use the yellow on the lid, and then the orange on the outer lid, and then the brown, the medium brown on the outer corner, mixed with a little bit of dark brown. And then I just use a very soft transition color to get to the top. And then I'm just going to use from the same Tartist Pro palette, I'm just going to go in with a regular brush, flat shader brush, and just get a little bit of that shimmer right under the brow. I usually don't do shimmer on the under the brow. I kind of over it, but I guess for today's look, I feel like I need a little bit of shimmer. So I'll just use that, and then I'll take my blending brush with no product on it. So this is an example of how everybody's saying that they didn't realize that the look was going with my leopard print. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh my god, I get so distracted. Guys, reading you guys' comments is pretty distracting, let me just say. Yeah, so never underestimate the amount of product that you have on the brush. So I'm just taking whatever residual product is there, and I'm blending upward into the brow highlight that I just put. You see that? And it's okay to even go on the brow highlight. It just helps everything to mesh better. All right. Now we're gonna line the eyes. I feel like I just wanna blend the brown on the lid just a smidge. I just wanna bring it onto the orange just a little bit. So just bear with me, guys. I know like it looks good already, but like I'm being like a perfectionist here, and I just wanna bring the brown just in. Ooh, put too much product! So you see I switch brushes. The minute you put too much product, switch brushes. Because that brush was a heavy brush. Oh my god. Alright, we good. We good. We good. We good. Now I have to put the same load up of product here. And do the same thing. Now this is normal and very typical of chalky, matte, very pigmented colors, right? It's very typical. You tend to lose some of your pigment. So I'm just gonna go over, before I go in with my eyeliner, I'm just gonna go over the orange just to intensify it a little bit. But it's very normal, very normal. It's like, it's a sacrifice. It's like, it's a sacrifice that you have to make. It's like liquid lipsticks. You know, like a liquid lipstick is, you know, like a liquid lipstick has your lips like kind of dry, but like that's the price you pay for it staying on and not smudging and lasting all day, even when you eat a lot of food, even when you drink a lot of drinks. You know, your liquid lipstick stays on, but your lips dry, you know. But that's a sacrifice you have to make. So it's the same thing. When you want that like matte pigment, it has to be chalky. Like there's no other way. That's coming from someone who worked in makeup manufacturing, I'm telling you. So now I'm just going to use my old packaging Sasha Cosmetics liquid eyeliner, which is like my favorite because it's just so smooth. And I'm going to start on the inside. Start thin and gradually get thick as we go out. Shanice is asking if I do regular makeup for people or just brides. I do, but it just depends on my availability. I do not take any appointments on my social media or on my personal phone. So you'll have to call the business line. The business line is 652-4355 if you want to schedule an appointment. And I mean, normally that's where I'll end my my eyeliner, but I really wanna thicken it up just a little bit, just because it's kind of, we want to create a cat eye effect to go with the leopard, I guess. I don't know. This is like one of my oldest house dresses, by the way. I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm not even like, it's not like I'm dressed up or anything. It's just so comfy, but it just happened to be a cool print. And my mom bought this for me a while ago, and I love it. My students and clients and staff and everybody can tell you. Alright, so I just extended the wing just a little more, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. If I have the balls to do an inner wing on a Facebook Live, yeah, heck yeah, I'll do it. I mean, when next I'll be wearing this dress, you know? Well, I'll be wearing this dress a lot, by the way, but I just won't do a live in it again, you know? I want to say something about social media. Social media, I think, like, social media came about when I was old enough to really know who I am, and I figured myself out after like all my soul searching and whatever. But I'm realizing a lot, especially for the younger people, and I at the risk of sounding very old, but it could be very dangerous to people's egos and characters and pride and cyberbullying and things like that. So I just want to say to any young up-and-coming makeup artists that are looking right now, not just makeup artists, but just anyone that's young, young meaning, you know, under 30, just be wary and be true to yourself, and know that you have to fail in life. It's a guarantee, but you can always get back up on the horse, you know. This is Sasha Cosmetics liquid eyeliner. It's an old packaging, Nicola, so you won't find it again, so it's discontinued. But they do have the same liquid eyeliner in a new packaging, which looks like this. So it's actually a felt tip rather than a brush, a really, really thin brush. Oh gosh, I feel like this wing is not as nice as the other wing. No, that means I have to thicken up this one. Ugh. And this one is perfect. But, you know, okay. Alright, whatevs. It'll work. Right? Now, let me just fix this. Alright, so now I'm going to do the inner wing, right? So, see how I can get both of you guys to see. So when you're doing your inner wing, you want to actually use the point where the upper and lower lash line meet as your guide. So you're actually going in there and then pulling diagonally, not too across and not too curved downward, but more in a, it's like this. And all this is important for the aesthetic of the eye. So like you see how these two are meeting like this? So you just have to pretend or envision like where that line would go naturally. So you're actually pulling the line on the inner corner in that direction. So you're not curving it down and you're not going too straight across, but you're actually going, just pretend you're going straight across and just you'll get a natural dip. All right, that's the best way I could explain the guideline, right? So now we're gonna just go. Make sure you have enough product on your brush, guys. And you don't have too much product on your brush, because that could be a disaster. That could be a disaster. All right, Instagram, I only have 1 minute remaining. So as soon as I get cut off, I will start over again, okay? Facebook, we're fine. We're fine, Facebook. Okay? Do you see? It needs to be soft. It doesn't have to be a big thick line, okay? So you get your guidelines first. And then you want to connect to the lower lash line. And just let it phase out. Do you guys see? All right, so it's very subtle, very cute. It doesn't have to be like extremely exaggerated or anything. Instagram, 58 seconds, but I'll be back. Wait, oh shucks, y'all could see there, Facebook? Sorry. So straight line, right? And then connect. and just let it disappear inward. Now the beauty about this, I can teach you guys, I just want to add a little extra on the top here, is that if you make a mistake, you can use a very, very thin brush, very, very small detail brush with concealer, and you can actually shape the inner wing, carve it out to suit. All right? I mean, by the time we hit this with some lashes and my glitter lips, it's gonna be amazing. It's around 5 seconds, so I'll be back, okay? End the live video. Share. All right, let me get some lashes. You go live again on Instagram. All right, so these are the 415s. This brand is Eiffel Lash, right? I sell this at my cosmetology school in San Fernando, and I guess they will be on sale in Port of Spain soon. I'm just gonna use, I have these tweezers, lash tweezers as well. And I'm just gonna hold it in the center, right? This brand of lash glue is also called Eiffel Lash. It's $50. I also sell this at the school. I like it, 1, because it's black. 2, because it has a brush. I feel like the Duo, when you squeeze it out, you can't control how much glue gets on the band. And it's really like, it's really annoying when you put too much glue, especially for clients. You know, by the time you tell them to open their eyes, it tends to like get like all sticky, and then the top and bottom glued together, and you know, whatever. So this is just enough glue, right? Obviously when you're doing lashes, I know it's going to sound very obvious to some of you, but I just remember I'm a teacher, and this is how I'm trained. All lashes have a shorter side and a longer side. A shorter side and a longer side. So basically the longer side is for the outer and the shorter side is for the inner. And the key to doing your own lashes is to keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open, connect center to center, press, and let go. All right? A lot of people have trouble doing their own lashes when they, because they close their eyes, and it's a hot mess when you close your eyes, right? The key is to tilt your chin back if you're looking in the mirror. Tilt your chin back so it's like your eyes are looking down, so you get a lot more space. Welcome everybody on Instagram. I'm doing a sunset inspired look, and then I'm going to do some red glitter lips, okay? Wait till you guys see it. Right? Then you want to look to the side to make sure that the lashes are actually stuck to the skin and not the lashes. Now when I say the skin, I don't mean on your eyeliner. I mean if this is your skin and your lashes start to grow, sorry, this is the top of your eye and the lashes start to grow out like this. You see this groove right here? That's where your lashes are supposed to go. Okay? Yeah. All right guys. And if you're a makeup artist and you do lashes for your clients, you want to just have them close their eyes and then you just put it on gently. The key is to use lashes that have a really thin band. That way it's very comfortable for the clients, right? Usually the synthetic lashes, so you want to look for 100% human hair or anything that's not synthetic, right? Because if it's synthetic, it's going to be hard, it's going to be uncomfortable, it's going to be chunky, it's just going to be like crazy. All right, don't forget to share on Facebook, guys. I'm giving away a free palette. Also, by sharing, you're sharing the love, okay? Oh, and the other good thing about this glue, apart from the fact that it's black and apart from the fact that it comes in a brush, so you just put the right amount, is that you don't have to wait 60 seconds for it to get tacky before you put it on. And I mean, $50, can't go wrong. So tilt your head back, hold the lashes in the center, and then just connect center to center, nice and firm. All right, then once that's done, you can pull the inner corner if it needed to move, connect, and then connect the outer. So you tilt to the side so that you can see, and make sure it's stuck to the skin and not the lashes. Then you can use the back of the tweezer and just press it down and make sure it's nice and secure. So just to finish up that part, now I didn't do the lower lash line as yet. I'm going to put my finger at the back here, and I'm just gonna press the lashes, the false lashes and my natural lashes together. So it's more on the base, it's not so much on the top. We are not putting on mascara at this point for length and volume. We're putting on mascara at this point to really mesh the natural lashes and the false lashes together. So again, you just want to tilt your chin back, look down, and just get like the mascara there. And then you can look to the side and just make sure that you're not seeing any disconnect with your natural lashes and the false lashes. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm putting my finger at the back because this helps. Cole78 says it looks so easy. Oh gosh. Practice, girl. That's all you need to do. Practice. Trust me. By the way, oh my god, listen to this. How funny, guys. Somebody messaged me. If that person is tuning in right now, say that it's you. Somebody messages me on my Instagram and they're like, hey Runa, I did your basic makeup course 15 years ago, and I wanted to do your advanced, and I wanted to know what if you think I should do over the basic. So I'm just there like, 15? Am I that old? Right? And I'm just there like, no, wait. And of course I told her, well, yes, makeup has changed and evolved so much that, yes, come back and do the basic before you do the advanced. All right, so I'm gonna do the cheek blush now. Well, obviously cheek blush. What else would it be? Blush. And I'm just gonna on the contour, and then smile, and then bring it on the apples of the cheeks. Maybe I'll put a little more on the contour, smile, apples of the cheeks. All right, same thing on the other side. On the contour, smile, apples of the cheeks. Alright, so now that I did that, I'm going to do underneath the eyes. What should we do underneath the eyes? Well, we can do white eyeliner. Not feeling it. I'm just gonna smoke out the shadow a little bit, stick to the brown and orangey tones, and you know, keep it simple. Keep it simple. So, can you guys see? I'm just gonna smudge some brown here. I'll finish out one side for you to see. And I'm connecting it with the wing, so it's kind of like married together there. And what you can do with just your concealer brush is just clean off and connect the wing and that together, so you get this sort of sharp. Let me see. You don't want to use a lot of product because I don't believe in putting a lot of cream on top of. But this technique just really sharpens the look. I think it's nice to use this if you're being photographed a lot. It just gives a little extra oomph, right? But obviously, anytime you do this, you want to make sure it's nice and neatly blended. So if you have problems with blending, then like don't attempt it, or like practice before you go and you mess it up. So this kind of gives the effect of the shape of the of using tape, but I don't believe in using tape because it really damages the skin. So you see the difference? Look at this eye as opposed to this eye. One we lined underneath, and I'm just going to use some of the same orange that I used on the lid and on the crease. I'm going to, no! I just dipped the concealer brush. Ugh! I just dipped the concealer brush into orange eyeshadow. So that's going to be a crazy mess when I go to do this side. Alright, so now underneath the brown, I'm just going to put a little bit of that orange, just to soften. really see it. The point is to just soften. So it's an effect that you're going for rather than, it's more about impact rather than anything. All right, so let's do the same thing on the other side. But I'm happy that you guys can see the difference. It just defines the eyes a lot more, right? Guys, it real hard. Look up. Oh no, I'm blocking the light now. Ugh. Ugh. You guys, I do so much for you guys, like so much sacrifice, man. All right, so there we go. Look, we have a little fallout there. Just dust it off quickly, quickly, quickly. Right, then we go in with the orange from the Juvia's Place palette, which is the same orange that I used on the lid. So that way you see everything is kind of married together and looks a certain way and yada yada yada. Right, now let's see what craziness I did here with the concealer brush. I mean, I could always use another brush, but nah. Why is it that when I'm doing a Facebook Live that I lose brushes? Like I lie, I lose brushes when I'm doing clients as well. And the worst is when you're late. You're always late. Okay, so I'm just dipping this in the concealer. Just the tip of the brush, just a little bit. And just, the purpose of this is really to contrast with the eyeliner. Right? So it gets a sharp look. For those of you that are now tuning in and feel like they missed out, Reshma, I'm talking to you. Don't worry, it's going to be posted again. So when you get some time later in the week, you could always, you know, get your popcorn and tune in. Just make sure and blend this in, guys. You really don't want this to look cakey and like a lot. So I'll just use my foundation brush and just really soften it. And anything you apply that's wet, you need to set. So I'm just going to use a little bit of the Buttercup setting powder and just pass it under there. And a little bit. I'm being really careful not to go on the eyeliner. Right? Now I can put mascara on the lower lashes. And I like chunky lower lashes, guys. It's a thing. It's a thing that I like. I don't know why. By the way, you're free to use gel eyeliner or pencil eyeliner in the inner, the lower waterline. It'll intensify the look a little more. But I mean, that's your call. I just don't really like to, I like my eyes to look bigger. And when you put that black pencil in the waterline, it constricts, it just makes the eye look a lot smaller. So always remember that, guys. If you want your eyes to look bigger, stay away from black eyeliner on your inner waterline. Okay, so let's do the glitter lips now. Oh, actually no, I'll do some highlight. I'm gonna use the Sasha Cosmetics Fix It Spray. And I will use Becca. I'm funny, yeah? So the thing about it is, I have to do my lips now because, and this is an important lesson for you guys about awareness of your product. My mascara is wet. So if I go and I spritz the setting spray now, it's going to probably run. So I have to wait for that to dry before I put the setting spray. So, and I like to put the setting spray before I put the highlight. So what I'm going to do now is my lips. I'm going to use the Christian Louboutin red lipstick. I don't know the exact shade, but this is my personal lipstick. So I'm just gonna apply it straight. Hi Roxanne, watching in from all the way from DC. Woohoo! Okay, I want to tell you what is like a really good mascara. This Great Lash from Maybelline. Kay is asking what's a really good mascara. Great Lash from Maybelline is amazing. Okay, so you should definitely try that. Even though the one that I used just now was Supersizer from CoverGirl, that's great as well. But when I'm not wearing false eyelashes and I really want to get my lashes nice and volumized, I use the Maybelline. Good primer for oily skin. Yep, the Professional, Benefit Professional. This is what it looks like. Hi Iowa, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. So I'm just gonna do my Cupid's bow first. So it's like an X, it's a crisscross. I call it the crisscross, right? So you do the crisscross. So this is an orangey red. I was explaining the different, hi Florida, hi Canada. Aw, thanks so much for tuning in. Hi New York. And your name is Aruna, and my name is Aruna. Hi Florida, welcome. Hi Guyana, oh my god, I feel so special. Guys, I was explaining in one of my previous lives the difference between a cool red and a warm red. This is a warm red, so I don't know if you can tell, but it looks really orange. It kind of just goes with the whole sunset look. But what I am going to do, however, is put like a lot of glitter over it. So this is Sasha Cosmetics Pure Jewels, and it's their red glitter. You can leave this look as is, but I just thought it would be cute to show you guys how to do some glitter lips. I'm going to use, this is a glitter applicator. This is what it looks like. It's actually an electrostatic tip, right? So it's a silicone, and what it does is that it picks up the glitter, right? Usually when you're using glitter, it's a lot of mess. So once you knock it off, that's it. There's no mess, and you can just apply very neatly. So I'll be doing it like right now. And the beauty about the shape of this is that it's shaped like a teardrop, so it kind of molds to the Cupid's bow very neatly, and that's what I like. So the good thing about this brush, the bad thing about this brush is that you can't pick up a lot of product at a time, and you can't move. This is all about patting. So every time so I don't want to dip in this, so I'm just going to empty out some of the glitter on the lid. So every time I pat, I'm going to turn it around and pat again, and then I'm going to dip, and then so I'll go. All right. So I'm molding this to the shape of the lip and pat. And it's going to change the color a little bit because this is more of a cool red glitter rather than a orangey red. But you can't do this on a liquid lipstick. You have to do this on a regular formulation lipstick. So you guys realize that I'm just patting. And I'm just respecting the lines, the lip line, the natural lip line. So I'm just working as neat as possible. So as you guys know, in Trinidad, we have carnival and stuff. So this is like super, this is like a perfect look for carnival. Patrice is asking about matte lipsticks and this look. No, because remember the glitter needs something to stick to. Just like using an eye primer, which is kind of sticky, so the the eyeshadow sticks on eye primer. Similarly, this glitter needs something to stick to. So at the end of the day, it needs to be sticky. So it works best with, I'm just cleaning off the glitter from this, because glitter has a way of just getting everywhere. So now that I have the lips done, the mascara is dry, I'm gonna set my face and then put highlight. I'll use Becca Opal highlighter today. Yolanda's asking the same question, so no, you can't use matte lipstick and put glitter on it. It has to be sticky, regular formulation lipstick. So I'm just gonna spread Sasha Cosmetics Fix It Spray. And you wanna put enough setting spray. If you put a little too much, just tap it with a tissue. And this is Opal by Becca. And I'm just going to put it on the highest point of the cheekbone. I like using a small brush for this because I feel like you get a lot more control and you can put a lot more pigment. Oh, hello, cheekbone. Where were you all of a sudden? Oh, welcome, UK. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, thanks, guys. Everybody, oh, well, that's really nice of you. I hope you guys like. Don't forget to share. I am giving away a free eyeshadow palette. In 5 days, I'll decide who the winner is. I'm just going to randomly choose people who share. It applies mostly to Facebook. Because you can't really share on Instagram. But I will do an Instagram giveaway soon. Don't forget the YouTube channel is Maharaj. You can search it there and subscribe. That way all the lives and also other videos will be coming in the future. Different looks and all sorts of things. So feel free to subscribe there on YouTube as well. And just, I don't like a lot of nose contouring, so I just use the excess product from the cheek contouring. Or Amit's makeup artistry. Thank you so much. That means so much. You see, like, compliments is like, it means like 10 times more when it comes from other professionals. And that's one of the things that, I mean, nothing is wrong with giving Jack their jacket, you know? I think it's really important to give Jack the jacket and compliment other people's work, you know? Oh, thanks, Sadiqa. All right, so that's it. Like, I don't know what else to do. So, hi, welcome, Florida. So I'll just chat a little bit with you guys. How long have I been live? Can anybody tell me on Facebook? If you can tell me, and if I have like a couple minutes, I'll answer some unanswered questions that you guys may have had. So sometimes while I'm working, like you may have asked a question and then it would have scrolled up and you know, I wouldn't have seen it. So feel free to ask any questions now. In the meantime, I need to know the time because I can't miss Game of Thrones. I saw my friend Rachel just joined in. Oh, I've only been on for an hour? What? Well, no, because Instagram cut me off after an hour. So it means that I'm on about an hour. Really? So that means 1 hour and 22 minutes. Thank you, Sadiqa. You're giving me the correct information. So I'll just take 5 minutes and just chat with you guys a little bit. Any questions that you have, feel free to say it now. And in the meantime, let me just tell you, any up-and-coming makeup artists, it's important for you guys to practice. Practice, practice, practice. People, I mean, I just told you guys, for those that are now joining, somebody messaged me and said that they've been to my basic makeup class 15 years ago. I am like, nah, I can't be that old. And yes, apparently I've been teaching makeup since I was a teenager, clearly. Who knew? Thank you everyone on Instagram that makes my makeup creases on my smile lines. How can I avoid this? Makeup creasing, it's something that you can't really avoid. It depends on where you're talking about. So if it's under the eyes, you want to try to, at least for me, I bring my black eyeliner or my brown or whatever color I'm doing under my eyes, I bring that down to cover and camouflage my creases, because I have creases under my eyes just like everyone else. Okay, so to answer your question, if it's over here, then you want to just smudge it and apply some powder, right? But honestly, these are things that you can't really avoid. Using a moisturizer before foundation, yes, if you have dry or normal skin, but if you have oily or combination skin, skip the moisturizer and go straight into your face primer. All-time favorite foundation, MAC Studio Fix Fluid. Let me see here. What do you use on the bottom to line? I used eyeshadow. Any brown, orange eyeshadow, the same colors, the same brown that I use on the corner, and the same brown that the orange that I used on the lid. Yes, I have tried Sephora lipstick. They're amazing. I like their glosses as well. Rules when purchasing highlights, not really, just check your reviews. What can you do to help with the nose bridge to make it look high even if it's not? Contour and bring it in as thin as possible. Thank you, Noreen. Thank you, Vanessa. How do I cover a spot perfectly? It depends on the spot and the color of the spot. You may need to color correct it and then conceal it. Whenever you're doing spot correcting, you see like how I highlighted this part of my face, guys? The center of the face was highlighted using a lighter shade concealer. If I had a random zit here, am I going to use a lighter shade of concealer? No, because highlighting with a light shade of concealer will make something be exaggerated or more prominent. So if it is that I have a random zit on my face in an area that I'm not going to conceal or that I don't want to highlight or push forward, then I will use a color concealer that matches my foundation or my skin tone. So always remember that, guy. For the standard areas in the center of the face that you want to conceal, you go 2 to 3 shades lighter than your foundation. But for random spot concealing on the random spots on the face, you match your foundation or your skin tone. Thank you, Janelle. Katura is asking me if I'm Suzanne's daughter. No, my mother's name is not Suzanne. Kavita, you want to do the cosmetology course? Don't worry, we'll be in Port of Spain soon. Classes on Saturdays. I have a basic makeup class starting on the 23rd of September. It's 50% full already. The 23rd is a Saturday, I believe. Yeah. So you can call 652-4355 to register for the basic makeup class that's starting on that Saturday. Forehead lines. Yes, there's something you can do about that. It's called Botox. Beautiful makeup, great advice. Thanks, SD Ivan. Thanks, Jiz L. Pamela, you just gotta keep practicing, girl. What can I say? Oh my god, Instagram are coming in as well. How to make your nose look shorter. Okay, Nicola. So if I contoured like this, right? So if you have a really long nose, I contoured like this and I didn't really close the loop. So if you just remember that if you have 2 parallel lines, it's going to look long. But the minute you just close a loop like this, you give the illusion that it's actually shorter. So close your loop or cut straight across here, and that will give the illusion that your nose is actually shorter. No schools in Florida, but online classes should be starting soon. Thank you, Creative Touch by Angie. Who did my nails? You can find her on Instagram, supreme_elegance_. And because I happen to work and own a cosmetology school, so a lot of times students cut my hair when they have like assessments to do. And this time around, my mom actually cut my hair. Supreme Elegance, yes. From Israel. Hi, Israel! Oh my god, I love like when I get like all these Middle Eastern countries. Thank you very, very much. How did I get rid of the under eye dark circles? Just Tony, just wait a couple hours until I post the live again, or even during the week, just come back and look at it. You'll see exactly how I did it, because my under eye circles are really bad. So I did some color correcting and then I did concealing. All right. If you have a small nose with a round tip, how do you contour to make the tip slim? You gotta make sure like you come not parallel, and if the nose, it's called a bulbous nose. If you have a round tip, it's usually a little rounder here. Go against your every fiber in your body, and instead of making that curve come to the side, push yourself to make that curve come straight, and it will create the illusion that the bulbous nose is not as prominent or round on the tip. What can I use to remove a spot on the face? You mean like actually removing a spot? You can just use a toner, you can use witch hazel, you can actually go to certain places that do like laser. If it's really bad, there are laser technology now that can actually make spots go away over some time. You could also do things like glycolic acid or glycolic peels. That tends to help. So go by your facial person and just ask them if they do glycolic peels. That will help to remove blemishes from the face. Thanks Carolyn, welcome from Guyana. Welcome Ejiro from Dallas, thank you very much. Oh, welcome Jamaica, thank you New York. Oh my god, this is amazing. Thank you St. Lucia. Oh my god, thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. What can you do? Celine is asking what you can do to, this will be my last question guys. What can you do to remove, my neck starts to hurt. I'm getting old guys, I am getting old, trust me. What can you do to reduce large pores? There's absolutely nothing. I hate to burst your bubble. The most you can do is use a face primer that actually helps to fill the pores. So when I go to Sephora, I use the knuckles on my finger, which has like fine lines. So I will go around in Sephora and I will put one face primer here, one face primer here, one face primer here, and then the other one here. And I will walk around a little bit in Sephora and I will look and see, compare it to my other hand and see which of my 4 fingers has these fine lines filled the best. And then I will choose that face primer to suit. Actually, Sasha has a really good mattifying face primer. So if you want, you can try that. Not only does it control oils, but it also helps to fill open pores and fine lines. And that is what a primer is supposed to do. All right. The heat causes your pores to open. Yes, that happens to me too. Guys, I may be looking flawless now, but check me in an hour and you will see, right? I have combination, I think I have oily skin, to be honest. So there's nothing that you can avoid. What you'll need to do is just keep a tissue handy or an oil absorbing sheet handy, and every hour or two, just make sure and pat the T-zone area. All right, so I am gonna go now, guys. I just want to thank you guys. Don't forget the number of the school. The business line is 652-4355. Subscribe to YouTube. All the lives are going to be uploaded there. And the business Instagram is Madam Maharaj Cosmetology, and my personal Instagram is Madam Maharaj. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for the love and support. Don't forget, on Facebook, if you share, I am going to give away, I'm going to choose someone randomly, and I'm going to give away an eyeshadow palette to some random person in 5 days. I'll decide who I'm going to give it to. And it's open internationally because we have a lot of international. I'll just pay whatever it is and I'll ship it to you. It's not a problem. So even if you're international, feel free to share it. You can possibly win. And I'm not going to inspect or see like where you guys are from and try to research. I'm just going to pick somebody randomly. I'm not even going to click your profile. And maybe I'll just start doing that every week. So enjoy Game of Thrones tonight, guys. It's the last night of Game of Thrones for a really long time. The episode has not leaked, at least as far as I know. So I am going now with my glammed up self to watch Game of Thrones. Thank you so much. Love, hugs, kisses. I'll see you guys next week Sunday, hopefully. And till then, God bless everyone, and I love you. Bye. I'm still here.